Okay, we all have recording now. Fantastic. So, welcome everyone. So honored to have you for those who found the moment to come and learn song and get something out of it. And if you have a moment, if you have a chance to write down, if you have this opportunity, I would like to ask you a question. And the question is, why would you like to learn medicine songs? What's the purpose? What's the intention? I know they're beautiful, musically wonderfully written. There are wonderful lyrics and accompaniments, and it's just magic itself. But what is the purpose? What is your special intention for learning these songs? Because they're very specific. There are prayers. So if you can write it down, that would be so awesome for me to know for the future records. Yeah, that's my very first questions. Okay, now I'll have another question how to read the messages. No, chat. Okay, got it. All right. Good. So many new buttons. And Danella, want to share some of the songs while doing sound healing. Oh my goodness, yes, that is really amazing, amazing part of it. Ah, yes, that's what I do as well. That's how I started using songs and sound healing, besides, of course, being a guest musician at the ceremonies. Okay, no one else? Okay, fine. Okay, Claudia. The songs are medicine for the soul. Would like to sing in singing circles. Yes, we want to be heard as well, for sure, and that others can support us as well. Maybe even share those songs that you learned here or another time with your community as well. I think it's amazing moment. I was organizing women circles and just literally not only women circles, singing circles, so everyone can come and sing. I have witnessed the power and the healing properties of these songs and want to be able to also sing and share with my community and singing circles. Yes, so okay, we're all on the same page. We want to share it, we want to learn it and want to share it with someone, with the beloved people, with our community. This is amazing. Okay, I just want to remind you that the purpose of medicine song is not just, of course, to unite with your community, to be the one to connect with medicine, but the main purpose of the medicine song, specifically Icaros, is to connect with plant medicine, specific plant medicine. Like today, I chose two songs to learn, two Icaros. And Icaros means magic songs, mostly used in Shipibo tribe, in Peruvian way of serving ayahuasca. So with those Icaros, they usually performed at the very beginning, at the opening and first part of the ceremony. And also they usually performed with just simple tools like chacapa, or just voice only, or maybe a little bit of like of shaking, or just tiny bit slightly drumming, but very slightly, because it's beginning of the ceremony. So Icarus is very intimate space, intimate songs, and they're kind of whisper prayer. You know, like you go to the church, you don't pray kind of, hey God, give me something. You know, it's like, hey God, I really want to pray for my family, for the peace in the world. That's kind of the prayer, right? The first entrance. Your prayer is quiet, your prayer is intimate. And Icarus, they calling specific plants. So normally and usually plants are in a repetitive form, and many multiple verses are repeating one after another. So songs are simple and repetitive. That's why it's easy to learn them, most of them at least. And then we sing, for example, the call for the spirit of ayahuasca, of chacruna, of tabaquito, or bobinsana, all kind of plants. Some of them I have to just admit in advance that some of them I know very well. Some of them I know how to pronounce, but I never work with them, which means that I never use them and never consume them, right? Just letting you know, not all of them. We will see like list of 30 plants I didn't have a chance to work with all of them, and sometimes I don't even know where they grow, but they are there in the list. So you have to be really advanced herbalist to know who they are, what they are. I mean, so but it's good even though you don't consume them during the ceremony. With the just calling them through the prayer of the song, singing of the song, we call the spirit of the plants, which is I want to give like amazing example. Such a plant as bobinsana. I was working very closely with bobinsana. You probably heard many songs, Serenita de los Rios and blah 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 blah, bobinsana. It's very well known plant, and it has specific properties. It heals your heart, emotional trauma, and support those who has arthritis, rheumatism, and some muscular pains, um, uterine disorders. I hope I pronounce it right. Uterine or uterine disorder. So it's very specific properties this medicine has, right? And so when we call the spirit of this medicine, we actually, even without consuming this, and when we consume it's even better, but even without consuming it, just by singing this specific plant, we actually healing our arthritis, ladies. This is this is the reality of it. So I really encourage you to precisely learn what plant medicine you're calling into your Icaros, because you will have a choice what to call, what not to call. And maybe such medicine like tobacco also helps to increase the amount of serotonin in the brain. And the nicotine contained in this specific tobacco, like mapacho, which is highest version of tobacco, contains 10 times more nicotine than a regular tobacco that we can find in a store somewhere in pharmacy. This is quite a funny moment when I discovered, when I moved from Russia to US. Pharmacy I was always associating with something healthy, and then I realized there are the cigarettes you can buy in a pharmacy. Yay! So tobacco, the nicotine could be very addictive, but at the same time it's about how we use it, right? It's the usage of it. If you use it with the respect, it's an absolutely protective medicine. So as you know, some of you know and received it already, hape, when tobacco mixed with ash and other plants, sometimes depends on the tradition where this hape was made. So it's absolutely grounding and healing medicine, and also increases serotonin in your brain. And if you smoke tobacco without inhaling it in your lungs, just for smashing space, it's actually a fantastic ritual, also part of the ayahuasca ceremony, called sopla or soplar. So this also way of usage this medicine, and in some tradition they smoke it and they drink it. This is quite potent. When you drink it, you actually might purge. I mean, different reactions depends of the body condition. However, hi Zarifa. However, so the usage could be different. It's very potent medicine, and some of us has quite a resistance towards it. But I used to be a smoker, so definitely had it. When I smell just this regular conventional tobacco smell, I'm like, yeah, I don't like it, I don't enjoy it. I mean, and it is toxic, actually, right? It is toxic. But the mapacho, the highest form of tobacco, is the amazing tool for cleansing. And in ayahuasca ceremony, usually in the second part of the ceremony, when people about to drink second cup, or like anyways after one cup feel a little purgy, when soplar comes to the space, everyone starts purging, even if you didn't plan so. Just start purging, because the tobacco has this property, protective, healing, cleansing property. So this is the effect of tobacco. It's like you can go from one plant to another, from one plant to another. Every plant has its property, and that's what I'm bringing it. So when I send you, unless you already received a little lyric structure with a list of the plant medicines, just make sure that you want to call those medicines that resonates with you, with your health condition, with your emotional state, with your trauma. Again, what depends what you're learning, right? Another thing. So why am I decided to do that workshop? So I've been on this medicinal path for a while, 8 years or more, or 9 or more, I don't know. So long time. Anyways, and what was happening? I was attending medicine ceremonies, drinking, had my opening mind, opening spirits moments, and then I came home, and in the best case, I would receive opportunity to participate in integration Zoom call, and that's it. No other clarification, no other support was offered at all. And so I started doing it myself. I was looking for some support, but I couldn't find it. And it's very important to integrate what we experience. And I've learned that actually singing songs, singing those prayers would be an amazing integration of the ceremony. And especially stay in touch, because we want to be in touch with medicine after, such amazing and life transformation experience with medicine. And how would we do that? I've faced myself a few problems. I wanted integration, I couldn't find one. I wanted to learn those songs, but I couldn't find them. There is no resources, nobody provided with resources. Even though as a musician, professional musician, I'm like, I remember something like it was like da 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 da, taki 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 muiki. And yes, I've heard some of you had the same thing. You remember something, but not really chuya chuya and something something, but not nothing particular that you can really practice, right? So that's another reason I decided to create these programs, and I kind of would call it not even just vocal voice course, it's actually integration program. So you can definitely will be provided with the lyrics, the melodies, proper melodies, because it's very hard to find them online. I didn't find any online, and what I found, it was sometimes different version from what I've heard, so it's already doesn't align, like I'm not sure if it's the same song, or there are not properly written lyrics, or it is correct lyrics, correct song, but the facilitator, the shaman, the ayahuasquero, was singing, and like those in villages, they really sing it kind of like, yeah, so you don't even understand what is the melody. No judgment, of course. I just mean it's hard to understand what I'm trying to learn and where to go, because I don't remember the melody, especially when it was under medicine. And now I don't have an opportunity to learn it again because there is no really structure. So another kind of a big thing that I have met. And nobody really, the third big thing, that nobody really explained how to use those songs, for how long to practice it. So I want you to share with you that my teacher, Christina Mendoza, she recommends to start with one Icaro. And like I mentioned before, choose the plants that really resonates with your emotional state, physical state, those healing plants that work for you, and sing it for 15-20 minutes. Then extend it to like 40 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes. You become more stamina, you kind of become, okay, all right, I can do it. It's like meditation. First you start 10 minutes and you're like, oh my god, I'm agitated, I cannot really stay focused. But then you get into it, and it's easier and easier. Ideally, that's what Christina does, what I do. One Icaro should be performed for at least an hour. I don't want to use at least, let's say ideally for an hour. This is a good amount of time when you repeat it like a mantra over and over again, just adding different plants, but same mantra over and over again. You definitely naturally enter meditative state. And after that, you can just rest, close your eyes, lie down, maybe have a little lucid dreaming things. And I promise you, if you do it for an hour and you call medicine like ayahuasca or bobinsana, you will have this moment of lucid dreaming. Yeah. And another thing I want to share with you, so about magic of Icaros, is that if you practice it long enough, If it's your pretty much daily practice, like for me, I sing it when I drive. Whenever I do, I cleaning like my dishes, I sing. So I do it all the time, as long as I can. And you don't have to be really aware or, like being focused on meditative state. Just do it. Just, learn being this stamina, repeat it over and over again, and also to not to forget those songs that you learned previously, right? So it's also another thing. It's a practice. So when you do it long enough, you realize that you actually feel altered state of mind. It is very interesting what I've noticed. Basically, I just realized I was driving my car one day a few years ago, and I noticed like I'm high. I'm freaking high, and I'm like, wow. I even missed my exits a few times. It was quite a journey, and I couldn't explain it first. I was thinking maybe I'm just tired or did I sleep well last night? And then I realized it's actually Icaro. It started activating something within me. The plan started working with my brain, with my body, whatever, everything was involved. So it is quite a practice. And what I realize, in my teacher Christina as well confirms that um, in the long term, if you drink and sing, basically do the ceremony and then you integrate it properly, right? Integrate. Bye, Antonella. Um, Integrate and integrate. Oh, you here again. Much love, sister. Yeah, so if you drink enough medicine and you integrate, or you just sing the songs, at some point you either no longer need to drink medicine. That's an interesting fact. Or you achieve this altered state without anything, without medicine at all. It's quite an amazing discovery and such a good saving, I guess, too. So really consider that. This is a fantastic tool. Okay, so I want to show you something today. I prepared two songs and we have enough time for that. Icaros usually performed at the first part of the ceremonies, which means that we sing them just solo with voice only, no accompaniment, or if any, it could be something very light like chakapa or slightly drumming. But drumming I would avoid because again we are very sensitive. Unless you practice this just at home, like right now we are all not in a medicine journey space, so you're welcome to drum and use whenever instruments we aligned with, or when we share this song with the circle, like most of us desire to do. Okay, let me demonstrate it once, and we can do it all together, step by step. It's this very hard song. Yesterday I was trying to a hard song to find online. I forgot where I left my songbook, and I was like, oh, maybe I find something online. Like, no way, nothing. So what I share with you here, try, maybe you find sources, but I didn't find, so I had to find the book. I even purchased another one just in case. So and anyways, again, I want to mention that I will provide you with the resources. You will have access to the book, to the PDF files, and to the voice recordings, which is amazing. I wish someone could do that for me earlier. Otorongo supai kalam puntai mantai mariri. 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 Mariri, mariri, mariri. Marilitsu, mariri, mariri. So I will leave Chakapa just like give you a little sample. And as you see, the translation of it is, with the tip of my tongue I call the spirit of the jaguar. Otorongo that's the word that was highlighted. So this word we replace with other words. So in this particular translation, the spirit of the jaguar, the spirit of Otorongo, so they can give me their power. And it's the Icaro of protection, usually performed at the very beginning of opening the ceremony. And in the second verse, we add a new animal, bobo, snake. Forgot to mention the language is Quechua, is the ancient dialect of Peru. They have so many dialects, but it's one of the most ancient ones. Bobo is snake, Urkututa is animal teacher, Tabaquito, tobacco, Toecito, it's a plant. It says datura relative, something like related to tomato kind of thing. Juanilla, another plant teacher, Palmicha, plant teacher, Quilaruna, moon people. And Lucerito, if you speak Spanish a little bit, you kind of resonate with that, right? Lucerito are stars. So each time, each verse, we go and instead of otorongo, supai, kalam, we just instead boa, boa, supai, then urkututo, supai, tabaquito, etc., etc., etc. So let me show you the structure of the song so you can memorize it and have a clear vision how it works. So we simply have like 7 steps in music. If you are already a musician, it's easy for you. So it's if I use my hands for showing the steps, otorongo supai kalamputai mantai mariri, and go to the first one. Otorongo supai kalamputai mantai mariri. Otorongo supai kalamputai mantai mariri. Otorongo supai kalamputai mantai mariri. Mariri, mariri, mariri. Marilitsu, marili, mariri. You're welcome to use your hands as well. Just, just approximate. Of course, it's not ideal situation with hands. Ideal if you can play it on the piano or your instruments, if you can play the melody. But hands kind of help to understand where we go, up or down, right? So our sounds are off, perfect. And so if you want to sing with me, or at least in your mind, somehow, let's try it. And let's try it a few rounds with different words for each verse. Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Otorongo supai kalamputai mantai mariri. 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 Mariri, mariri, mariri. Marilitsu, marili, mariri. Next verse, boa, boa. Boa, boa, supai kalamputai mantai mariri. 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 Mariri, mariri, mariri. Marilitsu, marili, mariri. Next one, urkututo. Urku tuto supai kalamputai mantai mariri. Urku tuto supai kalamputai mantai mariri. Urku tuto supai kalamputai mantai mariri. Urkututo supai kalamputai mantai mariri. Marili, marili, marili. Marilitsu, marili, marili. Tabakito. Tabakito supai kalamputai mantai mariri. 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 Marili, marili, marili. Marilitsu, marili, marili. And let's take a little moment here. So we were singing it a cappella without accompaniment, without percussion. So I want to add a little bit of chakapa. So this is very simple song and we count it in 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and Otorongo supai kalamputai mantai mariri. 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 Marili, marili, marili. Marilitsu, mariri, mariri. If you memorize the lyrics, you're welcome to close your eyes. Boa, boa, supai kalamputai mantai mariri. 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 Marili, marili, marili. Marilitsu, mariri, mariri. Urku tuto supai kalamputai mantai mariri. Urku tuto supai kalamputai mantai mariri. Urku tuto supai kalamputai mantai mariri. Urkututo supai kalampuntai mantai mariri. Marili, marili, mariri. Marilitsu, mariri, mariri. Tabakito supai kalamputai mantai mariri. Tabakito supai kalamputai mantai mariri. Tabakito supai kalamputai mantai mariri. bakito supai kalamputai mantai mariri marili 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 marilitsu marili marili Toesito supai kalamputai mantai mariri 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 marilitsu mariri mariri Juanilla Juanilla supai kalamputai mantai mariri 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 Marili, marili, marili Marilitsu marili, marili Palmicha supai kalamputai mantai mariri 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 marilitsu mariri mariri Kilaruna supai kalamputai mantai 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 mariri marili 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 marilitsu marili marili Lucerito supai kalamputai mantai mariri 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 marilitsu mariri 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 marilitsu mariri feels already better. That was a short version, quite a short version of what we can do. Okay, Antonella texting. What is called this ceremony? I think she, okay, it is. So it is ayahuasca ceremonies, answering the question. Okay, now I have a question for you, my beautiful people. Is the sound was the sound okay? Could you hear it very well? The chicapa didn't kind of block the voice, vice versa? Okay, perfect. I was using this new technique of Zoom, musician sound effect, so it seems like it worked pretty well. Okay, awesome. And so, yeah, and you can go, look, you're welcome to, when I sing it in a group ceremony, when everyone sings the same lyrics, we just go from the beginning to the end, from the beginning to end, like 20 times or so. So we do it for an hour. This is it. And if you do it by yourself, you're also welcome to add, like I mentioned earlier, different plants over there. The plants that you work with. For example, not only tobaquito or toesito, it could be bobinsana, it could be chacrunita, it could be ayahuasca, it could be chalipanga, anything that your body needs, your spirit needs right now. So you see how simply applicable this is, right? Even like una de gato, supai, galamp. Sometimes their names are quite, chiricsanango, also kind of a little bit, a lot of syllables inside. So kind of adapted for the song, but pretty much everything is adaptable for this very simple, very repetitive song. And again, the idea here is not to shine or something like that. I know most of you, I mean, not most, all of us have a beautiful voice, and some of us already have a training, so that's amazing. But it's not about show off our skills. It's about an hour. I have to admit, when I started being a guest musician at the ceremonies, uh, I was showing off. I wanted to go high. I wanted to I wanted to do some decorations in Icaros, and nobody stopped me. But now, when I really lead this kind of ceremonies, I realize that I have to sing for 6 to 8 or 9 or 11 hours. And it automatically humbled me. So, what you hear right now, that's how I would sing right now, without extra decorations and things. Simplicity is the way for the Icaro. And again, I'm not saying you don't have to do that, just probably not really a good place for it. It's this opening ceremony, and most of the time people are going through quite intense times. In the beginning of the ceremony, they just consume the medicine, and they're maybe purging, maybe not, maybe like something starts happening, right, activating. And when someone started, oh, torongo supai kalamputai, we don't need that. Just telling you that. So America's Got Talent uh, is not really welcome. I would just say it's not benefiting the moment. It's not benefiting the moment. Simplicity is the key. It's like mantra. Om Namah Shivaya. Otorongo Supai Kalam Putai. Simple, repetitive. In you pretty much, I welcome you to think of something else, of your prayers this moment, not of what you do, sinning happens automatically. But your work in your heart, in your body, in your mind, that's where the work happens. The singing is happening automatically. So this is my suggestion regarding how to perceive this. But again, if you really feel like you want to decorate it nicely, do that. For the singing circles, it's fine. But maybe just mindfully, decorate it mindfully. And for the singing circles, it's all right. And for the ceremony space, I'm not sure if it's a great idea. I'm quite positive that it's not a great idea. Simplicity is the way, because it's irritating people who is going through some hard times. So next song, Sunarai, Sunarai, Sunarai IT. So you see, very simple. Sunarai, Sunarai, Sunarai IT. Sunarai, Sunarai, Sunarai IT, and the first time Sunarai, Sunarai, Sunarai IT D D D D D D. Very simple. and it's ideal for learning purposes. I really love that. So I was looking for the translation of this song. It's also Icaro. However, I couldn't find really good translation. So one source I have says that Sunarai actually doesn't have a particular meaning, and another says it does. So the first one idea is Sunarai means something like in another song we sing ayahuasca aini. Basically, it's kind of soft and gentle form of like, hey darling, my love, kind of this term. Doesn't really have a meaning. So it's one version of it. And another version I found just recently, it means actually wind, wind that blows in you. I call upon the mother spirit of Sunarai. I mean, it's way too many words. I would say definitely not word to word translation, but maybe I would say, yes, just calling the spirit, the wind, calling the wind of spirit of certain plants: Tomapende, Chacronita, Tabaquito, Chuchuwasi, Chalipanga, Chavahuasca, my apologies, Clavohuasca, Una de Gato, Piri Piri, Toecito, Oje Oje, Sangre de Grado, Puspoporoto, Lupunita. So quite a lot of words, and definitely I hope I pronounce it right. That's how I learned it. That's how I heard it from my teachers. And again, pronunciation could be different, depends of the region, tradition, tribe. So I would just say there is no right and wrong. Um, some people like to correct each other. I'm staying away from these actions. Yeah, so if you find another better and more proper pronunciation, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, I would just say, if you don't know how to pronounce it, just don't sing it. You know what you see, if you, because it has to be, this doesn't have to be complicated. You just have to be there with your spirit. Okay, the song is simple, and as the very first song I learned, so it really connects me to the very beginning of my journey. Sunarai, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Second time. Sunarai, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Sunarai, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Sunarai, Sunarai, Sunarayati. And then we replace that highlighted word Sunarai with Tomapende, Chacrunita. We can sing ayahuasca, tabaquito, chuchuwasi, chalipanga, etc. So if you want to try to sing with me, I don't give you actually I can give you a little shaker. Let's do it from the beginning together. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Sunarai, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Sunarai, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Sunarai, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Sunarai, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Ri, 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 ri. Toma pende, toma pende, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Toma pende, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Toma pende, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Toma pende, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Ri, 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 ri. Tabaquito, Tabaquito, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Tabaquito, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Tabaquito, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Tabaquito, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Ri, 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 ri. Chuchuwasi, Chuchuwasi, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Chuchuwasi, Sunarai, Sunarayati. Chuchu asi sunarai, sunarayati. Chuchu asi sunarai, sunarayati. Di 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 di. Chalipanga. Chalipanga sunarai, sunarayati. Chalipanga sunarai, sunarayati. Jalipanga sunarai, sunarayati. Jalipanga sunarai, sunarayati. Ri, 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 ri. Clavowaska, clavowaska sunarai, sunarayati. Clavowaska sunarai, sunarayati. Clavowaska sunarai, sunarayati. Clavowaska sunarai, sunarayati. Di, 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 di. Una de gatto sunarai, sunarayati. 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 Di, 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 di. Piri, piri. Piri, piri, sunarai, sunarayati. Piri, piri, sunarai, sunarayati. Piri, piri, sunarai, sunarayati. Piri, piri, sunarai, sunarayati. Ri, 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 ri. Toecito. Toecito, sunarai, sunarayati. Toecito, sunarai, tunarayati. Toecito, sunarai, sunarayati. Toecito, sunarai, sunarayati. Di, 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 di. Ohe, ohe, sunarai, sunarayati. Ohe, ohe, sunarai, sunarayati. Ohe, ohe, sunarai, sunarayati. Ohe, ohe, sunarai, sunarayati. Di, 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 di. Sangre de grado, sunarai, sunarayati. Sangre di grado, sunarai, sunarayati. Sangre di grado, sunarai, sunarayati. Sangre di grado, sunarai, sunarayati. Di, 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 di. Puspoporotto, puspoporotto, sunarai, sunarayati. Puspoporotto, sunarai, sunarayati. Puspoporotto, sunarai, sunarayati. Puspoporotto, sunarai, sunarayati. Di, 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 di. Lupunita, lupunita, sunarai, sunarayati. Lupunita, sunarai, sunarayati. Lupunita, sunarai, sunarayati. Lupunita, sunarai, sunarayati. Di, 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 di. It was just an idea. Again, at the beginning of the ceremony, it's not really necessary, but for the performing purposes, it's actually absolutely workable. I still think like it's not really aggressive sounds. should be involved, but gentle ones are welcome. And guitar is also uh, an option. Ayahuasca sunarai sunarayati. Ayahuasca sunarai sunarayati. Ayahuasca sunarai sunarayati. Ayahuasca sunarai sunarayati. Yeah, that was an idea. So multiple variation for the accompaniment. Yeah, so as I promised, for those who attended this webinar or at least tried to attend this webinar, uh, I will be sending the recording of this class, and you can re-listen to the melodies. Sometimes, you know, it comes and goes away, so you will have opportunity to listen to it again. You already have, and I will remind it, you'll be provided with the lyrics and chords for the Icaros. The first one doesn't really have any chords because I never heard that one performed with accompaniment at all, because it's really opening the ceremony. But this one, sometimes we do it at the very end, and that means like, yeah, we sing it all together. Also, actually, very good stuff about the Sunarai song, if you want to try it. So after a while, when we mention all the plants, we go to simply just use Spanish, any words in Spanish like arbol, arbol, Sunarai, la familia, Sunarai, and etc., etc., agua pura, Sunarai. And when we end with that part, with elements of water and whatever we are grateful for, we can go and just start singing the names of the people in the room. You see? So it's really beautiful, and usually it really wakes up everyone in the room. And it's just beautiful moment of uniting the circle. You know, like everyone is appreciated, everyone's name is in the air, in the prayer. I think it's very special. It's this song really brings a lot of light and gratitude in our hearts. So the learning part is over, and I would like to mention that my uh, vocal healing course programs are available. You are welcome to send me direct message, and I will anyways mention what exactly I'm offering. It's one-on-one programs, which includes the course of medicine songs, plus additionally vocal healing course, which contains mostly vocal techniques. As you noticed today, I was focusing on one thing, just delivering the song and meaning of it and how we use it. I didn't really teach you in details how to sing it, how to count it. All the solfege and music math was not mentioned in this particular class, because it's just not possible to cover everything in one session, as you know. And just learning one new song, two new songs today, was already quite a thing. So I'm sure you activated your brain today pretty well, and your vocal cords too. So there's two different courses. I have one to really train your vocal techniques and make sure that you sing it safely, and another one is to really teach you and educate you about the medicine song. So I expect you to have at least a little bit knowledge about your voice. Or if you don't really care, you know, the quality of the sound, you just want to sing it as a prayer, it's also fine. This is a beautiful way. So the medicine song course will contain all the lyrics, like I promised, all the voice recordings in detailed, with accompaniment and without it. And also there is an addition. I just talked to my guitar player, Bill Copper. He's a fantastic guitar player. He's a virtuoso and master of what he does. Um, really love learning from the best. And he teaches at the University of Colorado. So that kind of level, award-winning musician. So he actually helps me to create chords for those rare Icaros. Because it's really hard to find, and even Icaro itself, even lyrics of this Icaro, anything, it's really, really hard. You really have to go to Brazil or to Peru and learn it from the source, right, from those people, and be able to really have enough language to understand the translation of it, to understand the meaning of it, the melody, structure it, while being on medicine journey there. So it's quite challenging. I guess that's the answer in my story. That's the answer why we don't have so much resources around it. Because it's really, when you are there in jungles, you narrowly focused on collecting songs, writing them down, etc., and have any structure. So thanks God for those who was able to do that, and grateful to myself that I also was able to collect a few and write it down with translation, again, as close as we can. So my teacher, my guitar teacher, will provide additional course and as well his accompaniments for those who plays guitar, particularly guitar. It could be adaptable for the piano, but I think with the guitar it sounds a lot better. And he also might offer you guitar sessions, pre-recorded course, so you can learn it by yourself. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. And if you have a friend who would like to join the course or one-on-one voice mentorship with me, they will get 20% off, and you will get 10% referral fee. So that'll be beneficial for each of us here. So this is pretty much it. And as well, if you ever want to attend medicine ceremonies, you're welcome to ask me questions. I am a good guide in this world. I'm a safe guide. So yes, definitely go and drink with someone you know and trust. This is my main recommendation. And bring your song to the circles. My circles, if you ever attended my circle, you know that I welcome people to sing, to do something, to read poem, to even dance sometimes. Depends on the situation. So please bring your music if you come to my circles. I would be deeply, deeply grateful.